rising, good afternoon, and good evening. Honey, whatever time you click on this video is the right time for you. And I thank you in advance for your viewership and support. Pardon me, let me cut my ringer off because my phone is going bunkers right now. So, unless you have been under a rock that was somewhere on Mars, I don't know how you could not have heard about today's shenanigans. So apparently, Cardi B and JT and Cardi B, honey, however you want to say it, they have been going back, forth, and forth all across X, Twitter, whatever we call it this year. And they have been dragging each other to hell. Cardi popped up with screenshots and some type of video. Um, JT is saying she's with the gays and justice for gay people, and you know, she's standing up for men that have been assaulted, and she said that Cardi's man is a part of Team Rainbow, okay, and Cardi said that her man is not guilty of assaulting anybody because the guy got, apparently assaulted for stealing. And so many more things were said in between. Now, I had to wait so that everybody could get all of their last jabs out before I came on this camera because I wanted to read the full energy in its full entirety. And needless to say, after I'm done with this, honey, I need to lay down. I need to take a nap. I I need a glass of wine because this was a lot. Um, Goodness gracious. So who do I read first? And for all of you watching this, there is no alert to this live. I did it privately and uploaded it so y'all wouldn't have to wait for it to upload tomorrow. Goodness. Okay. We'll start off. Let's see. Let's just start. Hell. I'm going to start in JT's energy. I'm gonna go to Cardi, but we just gonna let this go as it goes. Um, Cardi even went as far as to say she got JT's Ashy Nudes while she was out doing a meet and greet at Walmart, bending it over, busting it open. And I thought that was a little strange because if she decides she wants to file paperwork on you for revenge P, honey, you set yourself up for that because you said that you have pictures of her that are indecent. So, alrighty. Without any further ado, let's go. Show me, excuse me, show me the energy with JT. Ooh, excuse me. All right, so we've got the judgment card that hits the table first. And judgment lets me know that JT feels like she's going to bring down the hammer. She's going to be Cardi's karma, Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So this lets me know that this is going to continue. So when she said that she's on Cardi's ass and she's not letting up, please know that she will be, the hammer of justice as long as she can chip away at her for this, it will be done. Okay, so you got the devil here and the the page of pentacles. So it's like she wants to really put her energy off into new work, new projects. So expect something from JT to be coming out pretty soon. And it's like not necessarily just a toxic energy, but she's obsessed with getting some work done. So it looks like Cardi may have lit a match, a fuse under JT. Well, I mean, hey, it's hip hop. Go to the booth. I got a feeling that this is this bar is gonna be set in hell somewhere near the lake of fire. So you got the Fool here, which is a leap of faith, and the Ace of Swords. So something is going to be coming out very, very soon. Um, this is going to be the pettiest tis for tat back and forth that I would say y'all have ever seen. Hold on, let me see if I can put a little bit more light on. Okay, I think that works a little better. So you got the Star here and the Seven of Wands. So JT is determined to stand her ground. She's not giving this up anytime soon. Five of Pentacles. Baby, she's going to go for broke on this situation. She's going to go for broke on this situation. And Five of Pentacles is literally, someone, if we got to look at, the situation, she's not going to worry about requiring a budget or needing someone to back her to do this. Also, it's like, you trying to ostracize me, but I pretty much stay out of the way. So, Lord, JT might take it back to the projects. We gonna see. We gonna see. So you got the Four of Wands here and the Two of Wands. So Four of Wands represents engaging and stability, and Two of Wands represents a choice. So she's choosing to engage in this matter, this battle for stability, King of Swords, and expect the reads to get dirtier. Because King of Swords don't give a damn about how you feel and what they say. In the upright, they gonna say the truth, but it's gonna get down and dirty. So I don't see this ending between them anytime soon. Not if JT can help it. Like, she really got her stirred up. So you got the Sun here. Something definitely is coming to the light. Something's gonna be exposed. Queen of Swords. Expect battle mode. Okay. What else is this peeking out the deck? Knight of Cups. Yeah, the Knight of Cups is an offer. She takes this as, hey, you called me to the table. It is what it is. Let's go. I accept the offer. Yep, here's the offer. Knight of Cups. Knight of Wands. This could have been in and out. We could have been done with it, but with the Sun, that's exposure. And this is like this is something that she's going to enjoy. She's going to enjoy dragging Cardi and exposing her. So this can get way uglier. I hope they don't go too far, but it's kind of hard to say don't go too far, because in retrospect it kind of already did. So it ain't much good that can come from here. Nine of Pentacles. So independent woman. Five of Pentacles. And that's letting me know it's like there's no real big machine behind JT. But if JT plays her cards right in this situation, she could definitely be, the underdog that can use this for good promo purposes. Then this can make her really good money, keep her in the algorithm. But I think, and this is just my opinion on this part, I think she needs to maximize this situation and, go to the booth, make money off of this. Don't just go back and forth arguing. Take it back. Take it back to where you come from. Take it back to the projects. Opalaka, go back to Pork and Beans, go back to Liberty City, get real gritty, get grimy, get real Miami with it. I mean, why not? So 5 of Cups in reverse. She's like, it's nothing you could say to, shame me or make me regret this situation. 7 of Cups in reverse. She feels like she's exhausted all of her possibilities. It ain't really nothing else you can say. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Like, you actually brought attention to me, brought money to me. So there's no way that I'm losing at this point. I was going to lay this to rest. And then what? Yeah. Manifest the Queen of Pentacles. So it's like she was going to lay this to rest, but it's like you kept going with it, and now it's making me money, and I'm obsessed with the idea of, using this as a business opportunity. That strike while the iron is hot type energy. Death card and the 3 of Pentacles. And what else is this showing at the bottom of the deck? 3 of Cups. So it's like she wants to bring it into all the gossip and the people collaborating together. So that means she has a good idea of who could have given Cardi the receipts, the information, and she wants to pretty much make everyone that is involved tap out in this situation somehow, some way. Hierophant, Ace of Swords. So that lets me know that she feels like, Cardi gonna be on some police type stuff. That, she take a leap of faith and tell the truth. She's either gonna get, someone behind the scenes involved in it, or possibly go to the law to bring this to rest. The 4 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. 3 of Pentacles. So she feels like, without her collaborating with others, she wouldn't have had any hope when it comes to coming for her, trying her. It took a third party, 3 of Cups. So it's pretty much like, have your fun now, kiki, while you can. Uh-oh. Okay, so the Page of Swords falling under the 4 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. So that's letting me know, like, okay, well, this is happening in front of everybody. So since you tried it in front of everybody, we're going to do this in front of everybody. You made this choice to bring stability to this situation by doing this in front of people. So I'm going to come through right quick. 7 of Swords, because you being sneaky and underhanded, calculated in some kind of way. The Sun represents full exposure, not just happier times. What's under the sun? She gonna expose the corrupt side of what she's saying. So she feels like Cardi is being underhanded. She's being sneaky. She's being calculated. She wants to expose her. Now this is where it gets real ugly. Ooh. Ooh. Knight of Wands. Somebody play some old Too Short. These are the tales, the freaky tales. These are the tales that I tell so well. You don't like my freaky tales, you can go to hell. Yeah, she got some of your information, Cardi. So see, this is what happens when you set the bar low. This bar is so low, you have to dig a basement unit in hell from this point on out. Yeah, Page of Cups, King of Wands. So she's like, eventually you're going to be sorry for your actions, and you're going to be sorry if I really, really put things out there about what's really going on with the person that you have received a love offer from. Y'all, this ain't going nowhere good. Oh, this ain't going nowhere good. 2 of Cups. So she feels like, Uzi is her 2 of Cups. But if I get to talking about you and your 2 of Cups, yeah. Oh, 9 of Pentacles, independent woman. Hold on. Independent woman, Knight of Wands, Page of Wands. Ooh, this ain't gonna go nowhere nice. So this goes off into, calling out Cardi on her relationship status. You talking about how you in a relationship, but you the independent woman. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is for everybody. You should have went in another direction. You talk about my man, I talk about your man. Let's see who ain't gonna win. Page of Pentacles. This actually is like, I feel like, damn, this this is, yeah, this is so messed up, because it's like this is going to be JT's new, assignment, new job for the week. Here you go. The Lovers. What is this peeking out? Three of Swords. She like, look, now you done tried me talking about my man, but I talk about your man. You're gonna be heartbroken. But don't feel no type of way because you started this. Yeah, High Priestess. See, oh yeah. So it's like, okay, so you came out here gossiping, talking about, Uzi, whatever he did, but there's secrets here, secrets that you have no idea that I have, that I know. Ooh. Yeah, see. But once again, this is battle rap, so if it goes to a real messed up place, I ain't got a dog in the fight either way it goes, because whoever excuse me, whoever takes it there, they got to be prepared to go as low as the situation can go. And this is where it gets kind of sensitive for Cardi, because Cardi gets in her feelings and then she wants to threaten to sue, and she, I want to take legal action, and that's not hip hop. You talked about her and her man, you talked about bedroom activities, whatever they do. And now if she turn around and she start talking about you and your man and bedroom activities and you don't like it, you can't really say too much because you set the bar. Wow. Yeah. I have to drive past my house, please, and thank you. There we go. Six of Wands. It's like whatever you say, you should have just kept it moving swiftly and professionally until you got to the Lovers. So once she talked about Uzi, that was her hangman. It's like you could have said anything but, talking about him. Three of Cups. Yeah, this is going to bring plenty of gossip, plenty of commentary for a minute. King of Cups. So here it is. It's like Uzi feels very deeply about what was said, but he's keeping his mouth shut. Death. Death is like something has to end for something to begin. So it's like he's considering, just keeping his mouth shut because it's a female. But if he comes out and talks, it's going to bring an end to Cardi. And listen, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If he comes out and not only discusses himself, but he decides that he wants to talk about, Diggs and what he does, and really digs off into him and takes, takes some shots at him, and Cardi catches strays, can't nobody say nothing because Uzi took a stray on behalf of JT. So this can get very ugly, very, very messy. Um, and depending on how he decides to let loose, if he's Uzi, if he's Leslie, if Uzi invites Leslie, y'all, this could be a mess. So she better hope that Uzi don't feel petty, because Oh, I never thought I'd see this one on 2025. I promise you I didn't. Yeah, the Hermit. So for the most part, it's like Uzi was like, I'm gonna try to stay out of it. Hangman, this may end up in a place to where he feels like he has to say something because it's going too far left, but he's trying to stay out of it. He's trying his best to stay out of it. Let women deal with women, balance through a new beginning. So it's like she feels like without Cardi having to be underhanded to try to get information or messages, she really didn't have a leg to stand on to give her balance through a new beginning. Ace of Pentacles, which represents a collaboration, or possibly Cardi could have allegedly paid someone for information. However that goes, because she definitely is she definitely is in touch with somebody that's close to the inner circle, and that's for sure. The Strength card falling under the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups, and that to me is like making somebody say, uncle, I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep going until you have to apologize. Now I gave you the opportunity to walk away, but you extended this offer, you tried it, so I'm gonna meet you in the middle. You should have laid this to rest. Four of Swords. Yeah, Chariot, it's on go. It's on go. So I don't see anything good coming out of this either way it goes outside of sales. I say keep it on wax. Everybody, nothing physical. Keep it on wax. Stay out of court. Because if you start it, then, hey, you got to be able to finish it. You fix the plate, you got to be able to eat your food. So let's tap into Cardi's energy. Let me find a deck for Cardi. And we can go ahead and see what the cards have to say for Cardi. Let's see. Give me a second, y'all, finding a deck. I'm gonna use this deck because there's no telling how vulgar it can get. So at least this might it might soften the blow. Show me Cardi's energy. Show me Cardi's energy. Three of Pentacles and the Star. So it's like she's fully invested. She's willing to collaborate to do what she needs to do. I don't know if JT is an Aquarius or if that's just Cardi showing that she's enthusiastic about putting that last nail in JT's coffin, laying her to rest. So yeah, it's going to be petty bones on both sides of the table. Eight of Cups. Well, see, this is where I have a problem. See, Cardi wanted to come in and out, Knight of Wands, and be done with it and then just walk away. But when you take these kind of licks at people, you can't expect to just be in and out and walk away, because once, they're invested in it and both sides are going, it's a battle to the fittest. So Knight of Cups. So Cardi is like, hey, I'm bringing it to you. I'm giving you the offer to lay this to rest. So that means Cardi has way more tea, way more information. And she's very cocky, very confident in what she has. Like I said, this bar is set all the way down to the lake of fire. The only way that this can go is further down into the basement of hell. This is going to get subterranean. I think it the Lovers, once again, the Emperor. So the Lovers, the Emperor, her baby daddy. So she's going to get very sensitive when it comes down to her talking about her baby daddy, her relationship. But this is where Cardi has to be realistic. You started this, you can't tell somebody else how to fight back or how they should come back with their finishing move, or if they should have a finishing move and not drag you to hell for the next 10 years. You can't tell the next person how to fight. So here it is, Nine of Swords. Lots of anxiety, sleepless nights, Ace of Wands. So behind the scenes, this feels like Cardi already has a lot of anxiety around her and Stefan, allegedly. Before I go any further, this reading is for entertainment purposes. All things said are alleged. Allegedly, she's worried about, making money, getting to this money. Like, also, Five of Cups. She has regrets. What are the regrets? Is that just regret or is it humiliation? Two of Cups. So she sees this as, a win-win for her when it comes to this relationship. It's like this is the person she wants to, be with, wants to possibly marry. Three of Cups and the Star. She was hopeful for her marriage, walking away from the marriage, accepting a cup from somebody else with this lover. But there's a lot of anxiety around this relationship with this lover. She's looking at it from the positive side, more so monetarily. And she sees him as her soulmate. So, Cardi, excuse me, Cardi's definitely into him. But it's giving she's way more into him than he is into her. Yeah, Judgment. Eight of Wands. It's like no sooner she wants to brag on him, he puts her in a position where she feels like, she's facing karmic judgment. It's just, she can't really enjoy her happy moments for long with him. And this beef between her and JT is not going to make it any better. And I do mean that, any better. This is going to be kind of hectic. Queen of Cups. So, like, her heart is wide open for this guy and she's fully invested. She's trying to invest in this situation so that, she can reap a bigger harvest. Five of Swords, Eight of Cups. So she's going to try to walk away from this harsh communication once it gets to be too complicated, because she doesn't want it to affect her relationship or the public image of her relationship. But good luck on that, because you really said some stuff between JT and Uzi that, there's no real coming back from. And whether that's what they do or not, you took it to a place that is you took it to a place that was really, really, really beneath the, not below the belt. Hell, that shit is below the socks. Okay. So it's like now she wants to walk away from this situation because it's becoming a tad bit too aggressive. I see somebody wanting to offer an olive branch. Ooh wee. Show me what's gonna happen with that. The Empress. So y'all, her escape card, her as far as I'm concerned, is, well, I'm pregnant. If this goes too far, she's going to talk about how it's disturbing her because she's pregnant. But Seven of Swords, I see that as a calculated tactic. If this gets too complicated, she could use the pregnancy to kind of back away from this situation as a white flag that people would not hold against her. Yeah. Let me get that out the way. So there may be trouble in paradise between her and Stefan. Four of Swords under Lovers, they may be on a hiatus, and that's not actually being discussed right now. If it's not happening now, it could be happening in the near future. Like, she sees him as her ships coming in. Um, he more so is a free spirit. It's like he gets anxiety thinking about the walls closing in on him. Yeah, he's dragging his feet. He's in no rush to have anything really serious. It's like whatever we had, us having fun, happen quick. That's all right with me. That's pretty much where I'm at right now. So it's not like he is ready to hurry up and run to the altar. Like, she really wants to be with him. She wants him to be with her full throttle. He like, okay. I mean, it's fun here and there, but I'm not really ready for that. I need more time. So he could be gaslighting her to the gods, honey, and she doesn't care because she sees this as her happy ending, her Prince Charming, her soulmate. But I see her facing karma when it's all said and done because of this relationship. Yeah, he's still juggling. And also, it's like she's juggling to stay on top, to be that girl. Queen of Wands. So, I mean, she's enjoying her moment right now. It's like she's getting things that she wants. She's having things her way. But behind the scenes, King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Like, she's like, we're an equal, even match, even if he's still out here juggling, having his fun. So, hey, if she's fine with that, then so be it. Eight of Swords. She's very heavy in her mind a lot over this relationship. Once again, she sees it as the Wheel of Fortune. They have two totally different vantage points on this. Ace of Swords. Judgment comes when the truth comes out about the BDE energy. So I don't know what it is that JT could have, but yeah, it's going to get way worse from here if somebody doesn't bring this to a rest. And the only way I see Cardi really getting out of this, if it gets too far out of hand, is the pregnancy card. Let me see something. Let me use those as oracles one moment. Yeah, so here it is. Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, she's having it her way. Six of Pentacles, that's, money being given to someone. Tower or equal reciprocity. Okay, so this is making Cardi money with them going back and forth. But there's a tower coming out of this. What's the tower? King of Swords. Yeah, it's some fighting words about to come out. Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And it's going to happen in front of everybody. Page of Cups. Somebody's going to want to apologize because the weight of the world is going to end up on their shoulders. This is going to become a burden. Too much to bear. Too much to carry. Ace of Wands. This is becoming very aggressive. Hold on, y'all. Alrighty, final Rose Tarot. Let's go. Okay, rejected. Oh, Ten of Mirrors, rejected. The Beauty Queen. Second place. Miss USA second place. So it's like that's the problem with this relationship. Like he wants to do him. She's always going to play second fiddle in some type of way. And I don't know if this is something that JT is going to throw in her face. Oh, the silver linings. What's the silver lining in this situation? Hard to find one here. The optimist. So Cardi is still trying to look at the glasses half full and not half empty. Even if he is still doing him, he's still out doing his thing. She still has hope, faith that things will work out between them. Blindsided. Yeah, there's something that's going to come out that she is completely unaware of, or it's going to come out publicly and she's not going to know how to process it. Reflection. And reflection is falling right here with rejected, which means she's going to be in retrospection. I don't know why this says Hamed owns. Hold on, y'all. Because I always thought that was a misprint. But let's see what the hell the book say. Ten of Rings. Ten of Rings, Ten of Rings. Thank you for your patience in advance. My apologies. This is the only one that's in the deck that has something on it that I don't know what the hell that means. So we're going to get some clarity. Okay? Because I promise you, I thought that was a misprint. Okay, so it is a misprint. It says in here, hometowns. It says, as you approach the end of the road on this journey for love, you're met with the door to your potential future. You're given a glimpse into the very realistic picture of what to expect in everyday life once your fantasies manifest into reality. This is the moment of wealth and security as romance of the romance of it all becomes grounded in the physical phase. Families are able to grow as practicalities are sorted, laying the groundwork for a very stable, abundant future. Security, family, wealth, practicalities, and stability. So, yes, that is hometowns. That's what that's supposed to say. So it's like she's trying to see this, as something that's going to work out, something that's going to manifest. Building the foundation for a new family life. Um, but it falls right on top of second place. So it's like what she wants is not necessarily what's aligning with both of their, mentalities, their lifestyles, their way of looking at things. The daydreamer. And see, this is the part where it feels like she's not seeing things properly. She's seeing things with rose tinted glasses, because it's like if you look at the energy down here, he's he's definitely in a different headspace than she's in. Everything she wants to do is like he's polar opposite. It's not that he doesn't like her, but he's out here doing him. He just wants to have a good time. He just wants to party. So the jeweler, the optimist, and that's like she's hoping and wishing that he would propose, that he would marry her. But look at the bottom of the deck, group date. He's still out here being a dog, and let's see who can get the bone. Two on one. So these are like two kangaroos boxing, but I don't I see that as Cardi's energy going back and forth with JT. Both of them boxing, they're sparring it out, but this could end up turning into an incident where she ends up, sparking the interest of Uzi, and he comes out and he calls her out. The producer. Somebody's orchestrating something behind the scenes. The meathead, Lord have mercy. I don't even know what to say from this point, because the meathead is someone that's supposed to have a lot of body and not a lot of brains. So, y'all, this is going to go in a very tacky place if somebody doesn't stop it. But it looks like somebody's organizing and orchestrating all of this. So, the influencer, okay, which means that this is definitely going to play out all across social media. Final two of rings. So, Cardi is, she's working on her social image. She feels like when it's all said and done, she'll be the last one standing. She's the one he's going to marry. At least that's her hopes. But he keeps giving her this energy. I'm sorry, I fucked up. Then you got the proposal. Lord. The proposal. You got the bitch. The late bloomer. So it's like she's waiting for him to finally come into himself so that he can meet her where she's at energetically. Reassuring rose. So that shows me he gaslights the hell out of her, while he goes back out here with the groupies passing out his bone. Yeah, I don't know where both of them are getting their information from, but it seems like the both of them are getting their information from inside sources that's close to the both of them. So to me, I feel like they need to find them some new friends, or stop talking so much to these so-called friends, because a lot of information is going to get passed around about the both of them from people that are very close to them, or close enough. Butterflies. A lot of anxiety, a lot of nervousness around this situation. The contestant. So I don't think Cardi realizes that, Stefan lives his life like a dating show, and she's just a contestant at the moment. In your head. So, she thinks a lot. She's constantly in her head. She worries a lot, which is not good for the baby. She needs to let go of some of that anxiety. You work with what you can, and the rest, there's nothing you can do about it. The hopeless romantic. And sent home. So, All I can say is, I wish her a healthy, happy pregnancy, a happy, healthy baby. But they may not be together much longer after she has this baby if he's not ready to change. Is he gonna change? And who the hell is giving all of this personal business? My God. Paradise, the hot seat. So was she expected to be, like a really good situation between him and her is becoming uncomfortable? Cocktail party, leap of faith, edit. So both of them need to be careful about information that they get, because when you get edit, that makes it be known that someone is chopping and screwing the information. So it's like parts of what is being said is very true. Other parts of what's being said is, altered for entertainment consumption, if that makes sense. First kiss. So she still gets exhilarated over him. Quality time. And then boom, soon as she gets quality time, he's back out to the street and he's giving his bone to all the other bitches. Figuratively and literally, because that's what you call a female dog, right? So, damn. Red flags. Competition. So it looks like it's always going to be that same energy. But y'all, I'm going to end it here. And all I can say is be careful who you share your information with, because it seems like 90% of what they both know about each other comes from people very close to the both of them that talk too damn much. And the best way to make sure your enemy don't know your business is to not tell your so-called friends. Lord have mercy. But expect this to get messier and messier and messier until someone has to intervene and really call this situation to a halt. And I think the only thing that will really call this situation to a halt is, Cardi's pregnancy. That's the only thing that will put this on hold. And I do mean on hold, because the way it looks is like JT is with the shits until infinity. And I don't think Cardi is really ready for how low this could actually go. Because here's the thing, she's setting the bar in the worst possible place and space between the two of them. And yeah, you can't swing on people and then turn around and tell them how to fight. You can't comfort people saying certain things and then be like, oh no, that's too far, I'm pregnant. Because once you get to talking about you got someone's ashy nudes and you're describing the type of relations that grown folks are having and things of that nature, it's not really anywhere good that this can go. Is there anything else before I get out of here? Should I pull any more cards, or is this? Goodness, goodness, goodness. Sorry about the noise, everybody. Okay, we'll do, pardon the camera, y'all. We'll do an intuitive calf, and then we'll call it. All right. Goodness, goodness. All right, final word. What's the word on the two of these people? Two of these young ladies, what's the word? Blocked. Okay, blocked and blocked access. ritual. Goodness. So, things that used to be able to be done before to stop things from going through or to stop things from going back and forth are not going to work. This is something that, I don't think anybody's going to be able to call somebody and say, hey, don't do that. Why is that? Who's stopping people from being able? Destruction, tornado. Oh, like I said, this is going to get messy. It's all because of people talking about people relationship business. Jezebel. Oh, goodness. Ascending. So it's like it's like somebody felt like they were trying to be like, I'm trying to be a better person. You got somebody like, I'm gonna take this all the way to hell and then some. And people are going to really, really, really eat up the mess. Destruction and enamored. False narrative. And this is what I said before. They have to be careful of who's saying what to who, because somebody definitely is giving false information about someone's relationship. And that is where this could possibly go off into court. Um, is this going to be stuff that's fed to people, or is this going to come from outsiders? Single, sexy, and successful, the Jezebel. Oh God, yeah, I'm trying to keep it cute and classy, but the transmissions coming through are everything but. The Ice Queen. Yeah, you just brought the old JT back. Community divination. So being able to manipulate the public or the community is not going to work this time. It is. Ooh, goodness gracious. Boss and poverty. So it's gonna be a lot of shit talking about people being broke, people not having money, people not having money, false narratives about relationships. Yeah, they're about to shit talk us to death, y'all. Intuitive care. They're saying somebody needs to follow their intuition. Rich girl, focus on getting your money. Don't take this too far. Hold on, that's a lot. Let me put that back. Conflict. Yeah, conflict. So yeah, JT is definitely ready for the smoke. Okay. Um, as you can see, this person got smoke coming out their ears. Karma, the Ice King. So it looked like JT and JT and Uzi literally have the same energy. Ice Queen, Ice King, imprisonment and awakening. So somebody feels boggled down by trying to be a better person, but it's like that's the expectation. I'm not supposed to take this far, but hey, JT, be careful about how far you take this, because this could affect, things for you in the future. But you got commitment and travel. So it's definitely going to be talked about, somebody talking about being locked in, or somebody talking about being left, or leaving a relationship. Surprise, oh Lord, a surprise element. Yeah, somebody's going to no hate. You got on a no hate shirt. Hello, family. Y'all, this going to be messy. Please leave the families out of this. Earth Angel versus Voodoo. Ooh. Ice King and the priest, flying monkeys. Y'all, somebody gonna be fighting to keep the higher road, to not go too far with this. And somebody is going to be like, look, I'm gonna say whatever it takes to win. I don't give a damn. You know, I was trying to be the bigger person, but since you decided to take this to hell, I'm going to go subterranean and go to the bottom of the lake of fire. Somebody's gonna have to intervene to keep this from going too far. The mature woman, yeah, child. So it's like children were supposed to be the cutoff. Entity attachment, child, oh no. Abandonment, family. So it's like somebody's trying to stay out of this situation when it comes to mentioning certain things. Um, it's like, you know, once family gets mentioned, it goes too far, but at the same token, somebody needs to abandon ship before it goes too far and families get involved. Moving on. So I do see this eventually running its course, but somebody's going to have to set the bar for how far this can go, because this is this has the propensity to get real nasty. And I mean, like, meet you in the middle of the street nasty. So wow. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, clear my table, end it here. Y'all have a good evening. And I hope they just leave it at music, keep it on wax. But it's up to Cardi. Cardi, you don't like nobody talking about you. You like to threaten people to go to court. You can't be out here talking about putting out pictures that can be considered revenge P. And you can't get to talking about people's bedroom antics and then get mad when somebody turns around and gives you that same energy amplified. So either way, um, it's definitely going to stir a conversation one way or the other. So I'm going to leave it here. Everybody have a wonderful night, and I will see y'all soon. Bye bye, y'all.